offseason. But the league still made news yesterday in a big way. We learned one of its superstars tested positive for COVID-19. Eight-time Pro Bowler and Super Bowl 50 MVP Von Miller of the Denver Broncos went public with his diagnosis, becoming only the second known case among NFL players. And he's joining us live this morning from his home in Colorado for his first interview since going public with this news. Von, good morning to you.
Good morning, guys.
Let's dig right in here. I know you just found out yesterday you tested positive for COVID-19. I understand you've had mild symptoms so far. How are you feeling this morning?
I've only been up for 35 minutes, but I'm feeling better. It all started with just a simple cough, and it got worse. I also have asthma, and my girlfriend, she was telling me that I wasn't sounding normal, and I should try my nebulizer. So I did. I tried the nebulizer, which I do before football games and before practice, regularly. But this time was different. It really didn't work like it should. I had waited another day. The cough still didn't go away. And my assistant, she said, why don't you just go get tested? There's no harm in getting tested. I went down the street, went and got tested, and 2 days later, my doctor called me and said that I had a positive result for COVID-19.
You mentioned your nebulizer, you have asthma, but otherwise, look, you're a healthy, professional athlete. You just turned 31. What was your reaction to the news? Because I know, frankly, you've been taking this seriously.
Yeah, I was shocked. We've been taking this serious since day one. I started in San Francisco, training where I normally train. And San Francisco was one of the first cities to have a stay-at-home order. Right when San Francisco had a stay-at-home order, we made the decision to come back to Denver. I've been here in Denver for about 4 weeks now, and within that 4 weeks, I've probably left the house 4 times. With all of those 4 times, I never got out the car. It's just to drive, to pick up food, and to come back home. So I've really just been taking it serious, staying at home. Of course, I have people come in, in and out like workers, maids, and people to come do the plumbing, just everyday stuff. But it was really nothing crazy. Got a cough, and here we are today.
We only have about a minute left, but the NFL season doesn't start until obviously later in the fall, when hopefully we'll be in a better place as a country. What are your thoughts from a player's perspective about potentially playing, frankly, in an empty stadium?
Whatever's safe. Whatever's safe. That would always be, our first precaution is to do whatever is safe. Whatever it is, whatever we have to do to get things back to normal. That's what we should do. We shouldn't move too fast. Just should do whatever's safe.
Well, listen, you are loved by your fans and all of us, so keep us posted. I wish you the best in your recovery. Von Miller, thank you for talking with us.
I'm about to do it right now.
That's too strong, bro.
The tea?
Oh my God. Like, hey, it's good.
Instagram live, bro. That's crazy. I just lost my breath right there. Running up the stairs. I'm about to take this test. You gotta take like this test. It's oxygenated test. Check like your oxygen in your blood. As long as it's over 90, you good. Yeah, bro. It's crazy, bro. That boy choke. Choke.
What's up, brother?
What's up, fam?
How you feeling?
Man, I'm good, bro. This shit crazy. It just feel like a little cough.
Dang, man. How you feel like how do you know that it's like how you know that, like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how to, like, how you know that it's...
Bro, I was here at the crib, and I started to get like a cough. And I ain't really paying no attention to it. I hadn't went and worked out. I was working out here at the crib, and I just like Meg, she was telling me to take like my nebulizer, take a breathing treatment, and I ain't really had to take a breathing treatment at home since I was like since I was like year 3 in the league, bro. Like it's been a while. So I took my nebulizer at the crib, and it wasn't really working like that. But I still wasn't panicking. I still didn't really think like, you know, it was the corona or nothing like that. I was just like, bro, I can't breathe. Well, I'm just getting like a little cold. It didn't go away. Nebulizer wasn't working. And my assistant, Marty, she was like, why don't you just go get tested? Like, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna go get tested. Like I was lighthearted about it. I was like, man, I'm going over here to go get, I'm going to go get the Rona test. I ain't really, I wasn't really like, I didn't really think that it was going to, come back positive. I took the test. The next day, we was in the steam room. I started to feel like a little bit better. I was eating. And went to sleep here at the house. Woke up the next day. Doctor called me. And the first words he said, he was like, so how are you feeling? And I was like, whoa. I said, hold on, bro. You're not supposed to call like that.
The first words you said was, how are you feeling?
My doctor said, man, how are you feeling? And I was like, whoa, like what's going on? And he was like, man, we got the test back. And it came back as positive. For corona, you gotta quarantine 14 days.
But how are you, like, really, like, how you feeling?
Bro, I just got like a little cough, bro, and it don't really, it come and go. I just got like a little cough. It ain't really nothing serious. Like I've been here at the crib, like walked around out in the steam room earlier. Everything's straight. I just got like a little cough, bro, and like a little shortness of breath. I already got asthma.
Oh man. So that's what I'm saying. So like, when you have to like sleep with your breathing machine and like ain't no special protocols, ain't nothing.
No, doc. He told me all he told me is that I got it. That's it. it ain't like no medicine. It's not like he don't have like no medicine for me, nothing like that. He said.
And you continue to work out. What they told you?
No, I haven't worked out. I haven't worked out since I got the positive test. I've just been chilling now. Before, like I was still like running and working out, but when I got my results back, okay, yeah.
But they do say that steam method, like that's something about that steam help.
Yeah, I've been on the steam. I've been in the steam room heavy. I've been in the steam a couple times a day. I feel like it helped. And we've been doing like what we've been doing, Hugo. It's like this little orange peel.
Oh yeah.
It's like this little orange peel. It's like this little orange peel.
I do that every like. Yeah, I do that like twice a week.
Yeah, I just like breathing in. That like really helped though. That's like I ain't really had no relief until I started doing that. I started doing that today.
Damn. Yeah, bro. Like I had learned that from one of my Haitian partners, and ever since this thing came in, but we've been doing it like twice a week.
What's up, guys? It's your boy BTN. It's Break the News, and we're back on the video. As you can see, we are going to talk about Von Miller catching this coronavirus, and we're going to talk about how this is not the real deal. So now, we have recently received information, the true soldiers in this channel, everybody know, we have received information that Von Miller has the coronavirus. Now, I'm very skeptical of this damn situation because you know why? I've lately been hearing that celebrities have been catching this shit left and right, and it's pretty much funny that every celebrity is catching this. And it's pretty much funny that the way he explains the way he catches this virus. So let's get into it. Now, as you saw on the news report, and as you saw in the live stream, Von Miller claims that he has the virus because when he was in his house, he states that he was going about his life and he was walking around and he was talking about he has this respiratory machine. I forgot the name of it. The tribuner or the tribulizer, some shit like that. I don't know. And I put it on the screen. But he says that he had a shortness of breath. And as you know, Von Miller has asthma. So he says that in his machine that he felt like his air was not getting to him. He felt like the machine was not working hard enough, and he started feeling shortness of breath as if he couldn't really breathe and stuff like that because he felt he had the virus, right? So now you have asthma and you have the coronavirus. Why is this important that I'm noting these two things? It's because notably a lot of people that have respiratory condition problems, they end up getting they end up dying from this shit because they have lung problems. And if you have a lung problem on top of you having the coronavirus, it's most likely you're going to be in a critical position. Not saying 100% you're going to die, but it's most likely going to be some critical positions. Now, let me explain. We lately hear that a lot of old people, they have like bronchitis, other type of like lung respiratory problems, and they end up automatically dying from this virus. And I understand he's young, but still, you have respiratory problems. How is that you are not in the hospital or you're not on a machine or something? You know what I'm saying? You're not, and if you can see through this whole interview, he's not even coughing not one time. He states, I am shortness of breath, I'm coughing, having problems. But this man did not cough not one time during the whole interview. Neither did he cough during the live. So what did they tell you? Okay, put it together. That's check one. Let's note the other fact that he made. A claim that he had. He states that his assistant told him he should go get checked or get a treatment. Get tested to see if he has the actual virus. Okay? Now, let's stop right there. We know it's been proven that the testing kits actually have the coronavirus. Hence, let me put on my screen right here. Now, we know that these testing hospitals have the real virus. And we also know that these testing hospitals get paid thousands of dollars just to falsely document you and put you under the label of coronavirus. We know that as well. It's been proven. You can look it up. Now, why would you get tested when you have heard on the news that these hospitals are playing games? Now, his assistant assists him and says, you should get tested. He gets tested, then his doctor he tells his doctor he has coughing problems and, stuff like that. Nobody said, okay, you could have had the flu. You could have had allergies or anything of that nature. They automatically assume he has the virus because he's coughing. This lets you know what's going on. He coughs a couple times, he has shortness of breath. Then the doctor tells him, oh, you have the coronavirus. The doctor never says anything besides coronavirus. He didn't say you have the flu, you're having allergies, you're having congestion in your chest. No, he just completely says you have the coronavirus. Out of nowhere. Like, out of nowhere. Come on, man. Now, let's get this straight. And this is a proven fact. The coronavirus is not airborne. You can't go outside and get it. You can't walk outside and just breathe it in the air and you just drop dead and you get the shortness of breath. That's not how that works. So how the hell did he just get it out of nowhere if it's not airborne? Come on. Put it 2 and 2 together, guys. Come on. Now, let's second check. He also states by his doctor, well, not by his doctor, he also states that he's under quarantine for 14 days, right? So he states for 14 days he's been under quarantine and he's not been going nowhere or whatever. Then he says, I have maids and I have plumbers coming to my house to do the maintenance. Last I checked, if you're under quarantine, you should not have maids and other people coming to your house when you have a virus. Now, am I wrong? Am I wrong? Okay. Thank you. You should not have people coming to your house when you have the virus. Because we heard this motherfucking virus is contagious. And whoever is around that specific person, they can cough and breathe and sneeze and they can end up getting it since it's so-called airborne. So right there, you put these people in danger by letting them come through your house and you have the virus, Mr. Von Miller. Now let's break this down. Third check. They also state, Von also states that his machine that he's been using, his treatment machine that he used for the asthma, he hasn't used that machine, that housing machine. Basically, he says he hasn't used that machine since he was 3 in the league, which means he was saying he was 3 years old in the league. Okay, Von Miller was born, in 1989. Put on the screen. 1989 is when he was born. Why is this important? Because in 1993, he was 3 years old and he was playing in the league. Now, 2011, he got drafted. So what does that mean? He has to have a respiratory machine or whatever the damn asthma machine called He haven't had that machine since 19 years. You've been playing football for years, my man, and you haven't had the asthma machine since 19 years in your whole entire career playing football until now. So why is this important? How the hell was you playing football without your damn machine at your house when you know you got lung problems? That opens more questions for what's going on. Now, let's get into it again. Let's dig a little bit deeper, right? I'm not done. I am not done. Then he gets on live. No, first, I'm going back to the report. Then the lady that's on the report, she started talking about like stuff like, well, you have the virus and stuff, so does this mean sports is going to be looking a little bit different and the arenas are going to be empty and the sports stadiums are going to be empty and people are going to be watching from their homes? Now, guys, they just told you in that whole news report that since he has the virus, that nobody can no longer go to the football games physically. They have to watch from their homes. She just said that. They just told you what they're trying to do. They're trying to get people to stay in their houses. They're trying to stop sports from being physical. Now, I don't care about sports. I never go to a game a day of my life. I don't care about it personally. But those that are actually into sports and want to go there and get the physical experience, you will no longer get the physical experience because they're trying to make it where you guys can't even get into there unless you get checked out for the virus and see what you got. So they're trying to change the whole economy. Now, let's get to what he said on the news report. He said, we can move forward. We can do things. Like, notice when he has the virus, he's talking about we people, the people. We have to take the proper precautions and we have to take the proper procedures to take care of ourselves. We. Notice that he says we. He didn't say I have to take the proper precaution to get better. I have to take the proper procedures to get better with my virus. No, he says we. Why is that important? Because when somebody say we, they're talking about everybody, which is all the Americans, all the people that's watching the video. They're talking about all of us, the audience. When he should be talking about himself, he's talking about everybody else that's coming with him. We're not coming with you, Von Miller. You have the virus, not us. So why are you talking about we? We are not doing anything. You are the one with the virus. You are the one with the quarantine. So you stay in your house and you deal with yourself, okay? Okay. Now, let me break this down, guys. I'm not out here to start no problems with nobody. But let me tell you this. If somebody say we, that is a manipulative word to try to bring everybody into that pool when we don't need to be in that pool in the first place. That's why half of these niggas drowning. Let's continue. Now, as you see the live, he went on live to explain his story to Quavo, right? He said stuff like he starts talking about how he got the virus and how he started having shortness of breath. I have not seen this man cough, like I said. Now, one time during the whole live, he did not make one cough. One cough. Not one time. And he said he's coughing and having shortness of breath. And then they go to start talking about stuff like the fruits and the oranges and smelling in the shit and trying to get the immune system right, all that extra shit. Now, as you can see in the live, he didn't even sound like he had his story together. It's like he was forcing his story to come to life. He said, when he was in live, I remember him saying something like his doctor called him and told him how was he doing, how was he doing and stuff, and how was he feeling, and are you good, and it's like that. I'm like, in my head, why would your doctor say something like that? And why are you telling us how your doctor feel about you? Why aren't you telling us about the problem at hand? Why are you telling us about what your doctor said to you? That's irrelevant to what you're going through. You know what I'm saying? We want to know what happened, how it happened. But if you look at the live, the story sounds like he couldn't even explain it. You see how he was walking around, stuttering, if this, if that. He was not, bro, when you look at that live, he was not talking complete straight face. He was literally stuttering every time he tried to explain his story. Which means it leaves me with skepticism. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You're leaving me with skepticism. And guys, like I said, if you watch that news report and if you watch that live, you're gonna see a lot of loopholes in that story. You're gonna be like, why the hell, how the hell this happened, how that happened, and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of people that's his fans, a lot of his fans, they be like, oh, Von, get it better, 58, all that stuff. Okay, let me they're like, oh, Von, get better, do this, do that. I'm like, okay, I understand that's y'all guy. Y'all cool with him. But that doesn't mean you be ignorant. You can be cool with somebody all day long. But it does not mean you become ignorant to what's going on. This man's story did not sound legit. If you look at the live, this man was stuttering more than I can say, hallelujah. More can I say that? This man did not have his story together. And if you are a real one, you will watch that live. If you a real one, if you a real true soldier, I need you to go back and watch that live again and read that story. Go back and watch that report, and you're gonna see this stuff sounds like it's so rigged. Come on, guys, be up to date. This stuff it didn't even sound complete. Please, guys, stop believing everything you see on the news and everything that's going on, because the stuff don't even make any sense half of the time. You know what I'm saying? I just told you everything. This didn't make any sense. This man, he just told everybody that he had the virus, but yet he has people coming in his house doing maintenance. Isn't that irresponsible? To let you never gonna let nobody know you got the virus? You gonna let somebody come in your house when you have a supposedly deadly virus, right? Or however the media tries to sensationalize this virus. You gonna tell somebody you got people running through your house, cleaning, keeping it clean, maintenance, making it together, and you got this virus on you. Come on. And not to mention, he talked about his wife, like he said Meg, something like his wife got him or something. So I'm like, okay, you have a wife. So now, wouldn't she get the virus as well if you're around her because it's contagious? How are you going to deal with that? You know what I'm saying? It's questions on questions. Everything I'm saying, it makes a lot of sense. And you have to be able to see through the hidden walls, guys. Come on. I'm out this motherfucker. I'm BTN. And it's Break the News. I am your decoded information. And this your boy. And I love you niggas. And stay up. Keep that third eye open, you know what I'm saying? I love y'all motherfuckers. Peace.